Let's get right into it. Number 9. The Never-Ending PIP. You're sitting at your desk when your manager hits you with those dreaded words. Let's have a quick chat. Next thing you know, you're in HR getting slapped with a performance improvement plan. They tell you it's not a punishment, just a structured way to help you succeed. PIPs are often HR's way of building a paper trail before showing you the door. Think of it like a reality TV show where you're the contestant, but the rules keep changing every episode. One week, they want you to improve your communication skills. The next week, now it's about your leadership presence. And just when you think you've nailed both of those, they hit you with not demonstrating enough strategic thinking. The really sneaky part is they'll often change the goals right before your review. You spent 3 months working on being more proactive? Well, now they're concerned about your collaborative approach. It's like studying for a math test and walking in to find out it's actually a history exam. Everything gets documented. That time you were 5 minutes late to a Zoom call because your internet crashed, that's going in your file as demonstrates poor time management. The day you didn't respond to an email within an hour because you were actually doing your job, that's lax responsiveness in communication. The goal isn't to help you improve. The goal is to wear you down until you leave on your own. It's cheaper if you leave voluntarily, and it looks better for their HR metrics. Plus, if you quit, they don't have to worry about unemployment claims or wrongful termination lawsuits. It's like they're playing chess while you're playing checkers, and they've already planned their next 6 moves. Number 8. The phantom promotion. Your boss calls you into their office with a big smile. You've been doing great work lately, they say. We see big things in your future here. Keep this up for another 6 months and that promotion is yours. You work harder. You stay later. You take on extra projects. You become the office superhero, swooping in to save everyone's deadlines. 6 months pass. That promotion is still just around the corner. They tell you the timing isn't quite right, or there's one more project they need you to handle first, or the budget's tight right now. Companies know exactly what they're doing with this trick. It's like dangling a carrot in front of a horse, except the carrot is attached to the horse's own head. You're never going to catch it, but you'll keep running anyway. They're not just stealing your time. They're stealing your career growth. While you're chasing this ghost of a promotion, real opportunities at other companies are passing you by. The dark truth is phantom promotions extract maximum value while keeping you hopeful enough not to leave. It's like being in a toxic relationship where they keep promising to change. Document everything, track your achievements, set firm deadlines, and be ready to walk away, because sometimes the only way to catch a phantom is to stop chasing it. Number 7. The burnout overload. First, they give you a totally reasonable workload. You're handling 3 or 4 projects and you're crushing it. Then they add just one more small thing to your plate. Before you know it, you're juggling 7 projects, answering emails at 3 a.m., and your coffee maker has filed for emotional support status, but they're documenting everything, every missed deadline, every typo, every meeting where you looked like you just crawled out of a dumpster. They're building what HR folks call a performance improvement case. It's like they're creating a highlight reel of your worst moments to use as evidence later. When you crack under the pressure, they can say, well, look at all these documented issues. It's like pushing someone into a pool and then writing them up for being wet. They often do this to their best employees because good employees try harder. They'll work nights, skip lunches, and sacrifice weekends trying to keep up. Meanwhile, the slackers who do the bare minimum are actually safer because they never took on the extra work in the first place. So when your workload suddenly doubles, remember, it might not be a compliment to your abilities. It might be someone upstairs hoping you'll either burn out or tap out. Number 6. The Demotion of Duties. Imagine you're a chef at a fancy restaurant. You've spent years perfecting your signature dishes. The customers love your food. The reviews are great. Then management starts giving all your creative dishes to the new guy. Now you're stuck making basic salads and heating up soup. Your title hasn't changed. Your pay hasn't changed. But instead of creating masterpieces, you're basically a human microwave. That's what HR calls the demotion of duties, and it's one of their favorite tricks to make you quit. They start taking away your important tasks one by one. It's like someone slowly stealing toppings from your pizza. First, the pepperoni disappears, then the cheese. Eventually, you're just left with plain bread. They'll have excuses ready. We're restructuring the team. We need to spread the knowledge around. We're trying to make processes more efficient, but they're trying to bore you into quitting. Because firing someone is messy. There's paperwork, there's unemployment insurance, there's the risk of lawsuits. But if you quit, that's clean and easy. This is actually illegal in many places. It's called constructive dismissal. Document everything. Every time they take away a task, write it down. Include dates, times, and who made the decision. Ask for written clarification about your role. Send emails asking why tasks are being reassigned. Make them put their excuses in writing. Number 5. The Sudden Micromanager. You've been crushing it at work for months. Your boss trusts you. Your projects are sailing smooth. Life is good. Then one day, everything changes. Your manager wants to approve every email you send. It's like going from being a professional chef to having someone watch you make a sandwich. They start asking for hourly updates on that report you've been doing just fine for the past year. It's basically the work equivalent of having your mom stand behind you while you brush your teeth. This isn't just your boss being extra careful. This is a calculated HR move to make you quit. Firing someone is messy. There's paperwork, severance pay, and the risk of lawsuits. But if they can make you quit, that's a clean escape for them. They'll start questioning your judgment on the smallest things. Are you sure that's the right font for this email? Maybe we should have a meeting about your use of commas. They'll frame it all as helping you improve. The goal is to make you doubt yourself so much that you start updating your LinkedIn profile at 3 a.m. But here's how you fight back. Document everything. Keep a log of when this behavior started. Save those emails where they nitpick your work. Screenshot those passive-aggressive Slack messages. And if they're suddenly micromanaging you, it probably means you were doing too good of a job. They're not threatened by people who suck at their jobs. Number 4. The KPI Hydra. Ever heard of the mythical Hydra? Cut off one head, 2 more grow back. In corporate performance metrics, hitting one target just spawns 2 more impossible ones. You're crushing your sales numbers at 120% of quota every month. Then management isn't impressed anymore. They want 150%. They also want you to maintain a 98% customer satisfaction rate. Track your time in 15-minute increments. Respond to emails within 30 minutes. Each time you master one metric, the system spawns new ones. It's like playing whack-a-mole, except the moles are getting faster and you're getting more tired. But this isn't just poor management. It's a deliberate strategy to make you quit. Because if you quit, they don't have to pay unemployment. They don't have to worry about getting sued for firing you unfairly. You just leave, thinking it's your fault for not being good enough. The targets are designed to be impossible. That 150% sales quota, they know it's not realistic. They're counting on you burning out trying to reach it. And if you do hit it, it becomes 180%. But Hydras have a weak spot. Keep a detailed record of it all. Every changed target, every added metric, every increase in expectations. Because while one impossible goal might look like poor performance, a pattern of escalating impossible demands looks like constructive dismissal. And that's something HR doesn't want to explain in court. Number 3. The fading invite list. The fading invite list is like being slowly ghosted by your workplace. One day you're in all the important meetings. The next, you're wondering why Dave from accounting knows more about your project than you do. It starts small. Maybe you stop getting invites to the optional meetings. Then suddenly those optional meetings start making decisions that affect your work. Sarah was a project manager at a tech company. She wasn't getting invites to the weekly strategy meetings anymore. When she asked about it, her boss said, "Oh, we're trying to keep the meetings smaller for efficiency." But then Sarah found out that Ted, who joined 3 months ago, was attending these meetings. Companies do this because it's nearly impossible to prove. Unlike cutting your salary or changing your title, which leave a paper trail, forgetting to invite you to meetings can be framed as an honest mistake. It's actually part of a technique called organizational isolation. The goal is to make you feel so out of the loop that you quit on your own. Because if you walk out, they owe you nothing. They don't risk an unemployment claim. And they can tell everyone you decided to pursue other opportunities. Keep a detailed record of it all. Every meeting you're not invited to. Every decision made without your input. Send emails asking for meeting notes. Copy your boss's boss. Make it clear you're engaged and want to contribute. Forward those emails to your personal account, because if they're trying to push you out, you might need evidence later. Number 2. The vague feedback void. Picture this. You're sitting in your annual review, and your manager hits you with, "We feel there's room for improvement in your overall effectiveness." This isn't just bad communication. It's a calculated HR tactic. Vague feedback is a corporate weapon of mass confusion. It's designed to make you doubt yourself while giving HR wiggle room to build a case against you without committing to specific complaints. Instead of saying, "You were late to 3 meetings this month," they'll say, "There are concerns about your professional presence." Instead of "Your project missed its deadline," you'll hear, "We need to work on your execution capabilities." When you ask for specifics, they'll say, let's focus on moving forward, or we should concentrate on growth opportunities. Translation, we're not going to tell you what you did wrong, but we'll hold it against you later. Studies show that employees who receive vague feedback are 60% more likely to start job hunting within 6 months. That's exactly what HR wants, for you to quit before they have to fire you. This tactic hits harder if you're from an underrepresented group. Research shows women and minorities often receive feedback that's significantly more vague than their counterparts. It's like getting a puzzle with half the pieces missing and being told to figure it out. Number 1. The shadow trainee. The shadow trainee trick is one of the most soul-crushing moves in the corporate playbook. Your boss introduces someone who's going to learn from the best and tells you it's a compliment to your skills, but in reality, you're training your replacement. Companies do this because it's cheaper than severance pay. They avoid wrongful termination lawsuits by making you quit instead. First, they bring in a trainee who follows you around. Your boss makes you teach them everything you know, all your tricks, shortcuts, and special skills. Then they start giving your trainee some of your tasks to help with your workload. By month 3, your trainee is handling half your job, and your position becomes less essential. Take Mike, a graphic designer who worked 12 years at his company. They brought in a junior designer to help with the workload. 6 months later, Mike's position was restructured and given to someone paid half his salary. If you refuse to train them, you're labeled as not a team player. It becomes a performance issue, giving them another way to push you out. Some companies even make it part of your performance review. How well did you mentor junior staff becomes a metric for your bonus or raise. The only defense is documenting everything. Keep records of all tasks shifting from you to your shadow. This paper trail becomes valuable when negotiating a severance package. Once you see your shadow appear, it's time to polish up your resume. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.